Hey guys, it's AsePlayer here, and I'm finally bringing you that full Stick or Legacy in-depth tutorial that I promised you guys. I said if you hit 50 likes I would upload it, and you guys hit 369 likes. So since that is so many more likes than I was expecting, and you guys just absolutely destroyed that goal, I've decided to throw a twist onto this. So instead of just teaching you guys how to beat Insane Mode, I'm going to be teaching you how to do Insane Mode no upgrades. But Ace, I hear you guys saying, should be impossible now with the AI changes. You can't run past the Spiritans and stuff. Well, I thought it was impossible too until recently I was able to actually do it. So I'm going to share with you guys how you can do it so you can brag to all your friends of how cool you are. And yeah, so essentially how this is going to work is I'm going to be talking about the key parts of the level, and when I'm done talking about all the stuff, I'm just going to let the level play out. There's no point in me just kind of talking about what's happening on the screen, because you guys pretty much know what to do right off my basic commentary on it. So for example, for this tutorial here, I wouldn't really be saying much because it's just the normal tutorial doing what you're doing. Just takes roughly 3 minutes, 2:59 for me on this run, and you just stack up the swords and kill them for this one. So I'll be back when we get to the next level.
Attack!
Alright, the next level we have is the ambush, and if I'm being honest, this is going to be the easiest level you're going to encounter throughout the whole playthrough. So, to beat this level, it's very simple. All you have to do is just have a few Club Wrath. So, the plan, get a bunch of swords and garrison. All you're going to do is use one sword to tank the shots while your castle archer destroys the natives. Now, all you gotta do really is get the sword and move past them so they turn around and face you, and have your sword up in a shield so you take less damage, and your castle archers will be dealing back headshot damage, which will just obliterate them really quick. So you really don't need to go past 15 population or 16 population, because that's the cap of the castle archers, I believe. You're not going to get any more if you make any more, so there's no point in even bothering. But yeah, all you do is use a squishy sword to tank all the shots, and that's how you win. Like I said, the easiest level you're going to counter throughout the whole playthrough. The rest of the levels start requiring lots of micro. Alright guys, here comes your first challenge, the Sword Raft. Now, they may look very menacing, but they're really not. All you gotta do, really, is spam archers. Now, almost the whole entire way we're going to be spamming archers, but in some cases we have to do it in a different way. So, all you gotta do is spam archers. I recommend an archer miner start. All you gotta do is do 2 controlled headshots, and it will kill the sword. And all you gotta do is stack up your economy and archer count while just killing the sword stream that the AI sends at you. And then after that, you're just gonna keep broadly attacking and retreating every time they retreat, eventually killing everything. Now, the goal really is to get to the point where the swords just stand there and try to block your arrows, because that's when you can inflict the most damage on them. But you never want to go for the statue until you have max population, because those counterattacks can be really difficult to defeat, and in some cases you'll have to start over because you lose all your guys. So you want to make sure you stack up all your archers. In this video I kind of end up demonstrating what happens when you don't, but since it's only the Sword Raft, it's not that big of a deal. But say for the final level, you want to have 40 pop before you even attempt to do that, because that counterattack will kill you for sure.
Attack! Defend! Attack! Defend! Attack! Defend! Attack! Defend! Attack! Defend! Attack!
Now, if you thought our strategy was changing just because these guys are more tanky, you were kinda correct. Since they do have so much HP, you can't really just run back and kite them down because they will get to you,
Attack.
and they don't go into shield mode with archers. So what you gotta do is you need to bring in a sword with you, and basically this sword's gonna distract the spearton, and then you're gonna run behind the spearton and you're gonna be shooting them in the head from the back. So you're gonna be doing double damage headshots without the shield on the spear, and that's just going to do insane amount of damage. It might not kill him, but that's pretty much what you got to do. It's recommended that you try this, but if you really don't want to, you can always just spam archers and like garrison if the spearton gets too close and have the castle archers clean things up. I'll be going over that meta a little bit in the future when it becomes necessary.
Defend. Attack. Defend. Man the fort. Attack. Man the fort. Attack. Man the fort. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. And the fourth. Attack.
Alright, next up we have the Sword Raft counterattack, and that's essentially just a ton of swords trying to destroy you. This is actually the second easiest map you're going to be playing, actually. All you really have to do is spam swords, and then have one Spiriton and garrison everything but the Spiriton, and then just shield wall in front of the statue as the castle archers destroy all the swords. All the swords will die before your Spiriton dies, and that's just how you do it. It's as easy as that. Now with the Magi Kill, you're pretty much doing the same strategy as before. You're just spamming those Archidons and slowly but surely taking them out. But one thing to note is you should not underestimate a Magi Kill. Now they may look like you're winning like 5 archers to every 1 Magi Kill, but that blast can like one-shot all of your archers and you'll be down massively in army. But just like the swords, 2 headshots will kill the minions. Just be careful because they are tiny, so they're a little harder to hit. But yeah, spamming archers should solve the problem. If worse comes to worse, you can garrison and have 1 archer out and let the castle archer and yourself take out the Magi Kill if it's becoming too close to your defensive line. But yeah, you're pretty much just doing the same stuff as before. And it should generally be easier actually, because the counterattack won't actually do that much because they'll just get killed by all the arrows anyway.
Man the fort. Attack. Defend. 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 Attack.
Now that will end the video, guys. I am going to be splitting this into 2 parts. So next part we get into the real juicy stuff. You might think at first glance that Insane Mode No Upgrades is just a piece of cake, but trust me, the second half does get pretty difficult. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!